That's beautiful, beautiful. Today's daily word, as we've already said several times, was how to be prosperous, prosperity. And I actually thought of Frank this morning on the way in here, and I thought I should have asked Frank to speak about prosperity. He walks the talk, no doubt. And he could give a great talk on the Fillmores and their teachings and prosperity, and I'm going to include that this morning too, of course, but talk in a few more modern terms that we hear so much of out there these days. So what is prosperity to you? Most people think it's just talking about money when we talk about prosperity, but it's not, is it? You could have all the money in the world, and if you're not happy, it doesn't matter, does it? We have so many examples of that. How many people? Robin Williams. Yeah, people with money. The money does not buy happiness. It doesn't buy health. So many things that money doesn't buy. So we're not just talking about money today. We're going to talk about opening to the flow of prosperity. And I know that most of you don't need to hear this today, so I'm probably just repeating something that you already know or that you already live in your life. So just listen patiently anyway. So right now, though, I know that usually we're talking about not only financial abundance of good health, mental alertness. How about that? That's what I pray for. Emotional stability, isn't that a good one? And spiritual well-being. So we just want to be well-rounded. So we're going to talk a little bit about money, though. Nearly everybody on this planet is striving to make money, aren't they? We need money. We can't live without it. You know, many years ago in ancient times of bartering, were just different forms of money, wasn't it? There was the story of the little French gal that was going to leave home, and I don't know if it was legend or really a story of her. And as she was leaving home, she was very unhappy, and she took a penny with her, whatever you call it in France. And she was stepping out the door. She thought, well, I'm not stepping out in faith. So she went and put the penny back. And said, I'm going to step out in faith here knowing that the world will take care of me. And at that time it did, and she found her way. Now, we know we're not going to do that these days, are we? We'd be a little bit foolish to do that, so we're looking for ways to live an abundant life, and we do know that we need a flow of income. Wherever it comes from, we need some income. Now, a lot of people may have thought that maybe money was bad. It's not. It's not evil. It's just, it represents prosperity is what it represents, and we can trade it for something we need. It's not evil. It's good, as a matter of fact. Look at all the good that some foundations have done, like the Gates Foundation. My goodness, all the good they've done. Thank goodness they're billionaires. All the good they've done in the world, and we're thankful for all the people that give in that way. And Maxine, my goodness, what an example she is. She says, you cannot outgive God. And we won't mention all the ways that she gives because it'll embarrass her, and then I'll be in trouble again with her. because she does not want thanks, but she's my go-to person when I need a special form of benevolence for someone, and she knows that, and I thank her. See, she's angry with me right now. She's already waving me down, saying, quit. A lot of people think that those with money are just lucky. What do you think? Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. What do you think about that? You think you can sit home with a negative attitude and have good luck? Nope. Think you could go anywhere with a negative attitude and have good luck? No. Studies have been done, and the reason so many people are successful is because they keep a positive attitude. And not only that, they put their work behind it. They don't sit meditating in a chair for hours a day. You know, many years ago, that was the thing that some did. They went to their, whatever religion they had, and they decided to be a monk, and that the religion would take care of them. And they could sit praying all day, but many times they might end up washing dishes or whatever it might take. So they, in essence, did their work. But income has to come from somewhere. And if you choose that life, you have chosen safety. You have that surety that you're going to be cared for. But you've given up what? Your independence. So if you want to be cared for, you're going to give up your independence, right? If you've settled for something like that. So we keep that in mind. So we believe that we are lucky people. We're always lucky. You know that people that are lucky are often relaxed and open. They're open to the things that are around them, so they'll see more opportunities. They'll see, you know, if you're sitting with your clenched fist, you won't give in any way, and you're going to hoard what little you have, and you consider other people are lucky and you're not. You're not going to find prosperity. And I don't care how much you hoard, you're not going to find it. So let's talk a minute. We'll talk a minute about the law of increase. That's some of Unity's words. There's a universal law of increase. It's not confined to bank accounts, but operates on every plane of manifestation. You must use your talent, whatever it may be, in order to increase it. Have faith in that law. Do not reason too much, but forge ahead in faith and boldness. Those words are from Charles Fillmore. So one of the things we hear so much about these days is the law of attraction, right? We hear so much of that, and there have been so many books written, and we know that there's a lot of truth to it. We do know that, and we live it. So to practice the law of attraction, I'm going to talk about that a little bit this morning. We need to be grateful for what we already have. Feel it in your heart. When you're feeling gratitude, feel gratitude in your heart. Feel gratitude for your family, your home, your everything you have, this beautiful earth, this place to come on Sunday morning, your spouse, your children, your friends, everything. Be grateful. Feel it right there. Feel it right there. I felt heaven on earth this morning. I feel it right now. I'm still walking a foot above the ground. I started the morning, Dan and I sat on the front porch and just listening to the waves and the seabirds and the wind. And I said, this is just like heaven right here. This couldn't be any more beautiful. And actually, you can experience that wherever you are too. In your quiet time, whether you're having a cup of hot water, tea, coffee, whatever your choice. You can have that too, right here on earth, and you feel it right here, your heart. When we're practicing our gratitude, we exercise our power of positive thinking as well. They go together. They go together, hand in hand. Visualize what you want. What do you want to see in your life? You can even use that as a meditation right now if you want, whatever you prefer with this. What do you need in your life? What would you like to see? What would prosperity look like to you? What would that look like to you? I'm going to use this one for a moment, Tina. That's okay, thank you. And if you don't mind, Tina, would you come down and put the thermostat down a step or two? Maybe it's just me that's warm. We have so much humidity in the air that's been blown in from that wind, from that storm. And it has been humid and warm, and we're grateful. We're grateful. Thank you, dear. Thank you. So as we're practicing the law of attraction, we're being grateful. We're feeling it in our heart. We're exercising our power of positive thinking, visualizing what we want. What would prosperity look like to you? Maybe a relationship. It may be a healing. You may be looking for better health right now. However many items you have on your list, hold them there. Think positively. Visualize what you want. Now, feel as if that dream has already come true. How are you going to feel? You're going to say, wow, as Frank did before his surgery. Wow, my hip already feels better. I'm walking like a 20-year-old. Isn't that what you did? Yeah, oh yeah. He already saw himself running out here before he had the work on the hip. That's what you do. You visualize what I'm going to have, what I want, what I desire, what is prosperity to me. And keep the faith and trust your intuition. I've heard so much fear from people this year that I wonder, do we really mean it? When we say, I have faith that God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. I have faith in that. Do you? And I'm going to ask you over and over that question from now through the end of the year. I have faith that God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. That's my prosperity right there. That's all the prosperity I need. It's my faith. But I'm going to talk about another thing this morning that you may not have thought of. And that's the law of subtraction. Have you ever heard of that? Never? Okay, well, I was thinking about it this week. And with the law of subtraction, what we need to do is subtract all those things that are holding us back. All the thoughts that are causing pain, anxiety, worry. We work toward healing negative beliefs from the past. What are you still holding on to that you're believing today? Maybe about money. Golly, I came from a poor family. There's nobody in my family that ever had anything, as an excuse to never move above that. How about that? Oh, people are going to cheat you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Other people are lucky. I'm not. All those negative thoughts that you learned somewhere, picked up, release them, and let them go. You will never find the prosperity you want, and I guarantee it, if you're holding on to those negative thoughts. Because negative thoughts also create negative behavior and the way you treat yourself and others. Anybody had any vows of poverty they've taken before? Oh, money's evil. I think I'll just stay away from money. People that have money are no good. They'll just cheat you. Don't have those thoughts. They are holding you back. Every single one of them. Why is someone else healthy and you're not? Quit blaming. Quit looking. Eliminate anything from the past, any view you had of money. Eliminate it. Really dig deeply. Let's go back just one. There you go. Really dig deeply to find why you feel you don't deserve prosperity. If you're a responsible person, you can take care of yourself. Did you know that? So as we eliminate poverty consciousness, we stop blaming others for our circumstances. We let go of any unforgiveness from the past, thoughts of being unworthy. We let go of anger, regret, defensiveness, thoughts of lack, limitation, or fear. We eliminate actions that do not match up with our words or stated desires. Now, what do I mean there? Let me just give a couple of examples. Okay, we say that we're ethical people and I'm an ethical person. But maybe I do something in a small way that takes from someone else. Someone made a mistake on my ticket at the supermarket, and I don't bring it to their attention. That's not ethical. Did you know that? There are a lot of ways that people don't live ethically. They don't live the words they speak. Someone that's in a lawsuit, for instance, they're going to sue their employer or the whatever they want to be on disability, and they'll, I think I want to go fishing tomorrow, but I'm afraid that inspector's going to be looking for me. Well, that's not ethical. If you're, come on, that happens all the time. That's not ethical. If you're feeling like going fishing, you feel like going back to work. Don't you? Now let's be honest about that. If you're on disability, but you claim that you're healthy, whole, well, you can take on the world. But you go to your annual meeting and plead how bad off you are. That's not ethical either, is it? That's not truthful. That's not living in honesty. It's not. And so that's going to hold me back. There's a big part of my prosperity just went out the window. Well, didn't it? Because I'm not being honest. I was taught responsibility in my family. You can see that. You know me. I won't even ask for anything. I'll have to be so overloaded with work before I will finally ask for help. That's one of my issues that I have to work on. But we were taught not to borrow. We didn't ask anybody for anything. We were taught to be responsible. We were taught responsibility. So that is one thing about my upbringing that I feel so privileged. They were just a working class family. My mother didn't work. She couldn't even drive. She didn't mind if one of the neighbors came and borrowed a cup of sugar from her. That was fine. She didn't even care if they never paid it back. But she would never go borrow anything from anybody. And that's the way we were raised. Now, right or wrong, I don't know, but it sure taught us responsibility, all 6 of us. Even me, I was the baby. And actually, they didn't treat me that special, although the others might say that I was. Okay, so practice the law of matching. Align your higher power. Align with your higher power. Practice seeing from a higher perspective. We spoke about this a little bit last week, and I said I would talk about a little bit more today. What is the law of matching? That means that something is not going to come to me that I truly want, the prosperity I want, as long as I am in a lower poverty consciousness. As the one man said, what is mine will know my face. What is mine will know my face. All things come at the right time and the right place. Now, as for love of money, I keep some British pounds here, and I keep those in my drawer where I'll see them often at home, and they'll remind me. I just love the feeling it gives me. I just love those things. I love the feeling it gives me because that's what has enabled us to visualize all these trips we've gone on. You know, it just started with a thought, and we thought, golly, that'd be fun to go over to the UK, wouldn't it, and go to all of these other places. And that's one of my tremendous joys in life. And so those coins, that money, we need the coins, has enabled a lot of that. And I'm extremely appreciative. But another thing that's enabled it is that we have kept our consciousness in a place where we knew we were deserving of it. We didn't ever question, am I worthy of going on a trip like that? Oh, I'm just wasting my money. No. We've aligned ourselves with a higher view of that and said, oh, wow, that's going to be so much fun. We're going to create so many memories, and I just love that. So when I'm doing that, see, I brought my heart into it. When I did that, that's that piece I was talking about earlier. I brought my heart into it, and I said, oh, wow, I'm loving this already. I'm feeling what it's going to feel like to be sitting on that little trolley in London right now. I feel it. I feel it. So I'm feeling it. I'm matching it. I'm going with that. I'm going with the flow. What's mine will know my face. It's coming to me. I'm keeping the faith. I'm living it. Now let's move on to an important part that's sometimes left out of the law of attraction. And I wanted to put special emphasis on it this morning. And that is, you have to have the law of action, or it ain't gonna happen, honey. It's just not gonna, that lottery ticket's not gonna come land in your lap. It's not gonna happen. You can sit and meditate all day long. And unless you take some action, that good is not going to come, is it? So that's where they don't talk quite enough on the law of attraction about actually acting, doing something. You can pray for steps to be revealed. Sometimes we'll say, I don't know what my next right step is. God, show me, show me. Have faith, then trust your intuition. Take a step. The world's not going to come to an end. If you took a step in that direction, it didn't work, take another step. Don't stop. Lovingly give. You must give to receive. Whatever it is you give to, whether it's your church, another organization, whatever it is that you give to, you cannot be tight-fisted to receive. You must give to receive. And that's in all ways. If you want to have a good relationship, you must be giving and not always receiving. If you want to have prosperity, certainly. Who was it, King Solomon? That was the richest man that they knew of, and he was much revered. And he gave 10% to Melchizedek. I'm trying to remember now. I shouldn't have started down that track if I didn't have the words in my head. Thank you. It is in giving that you receive. I mean, this is something that the universe has always shown us since humans have been on the earth, that there has to be giving in order to receive. So remember to embrace every moment of every day. And here's an important part, and I know I'm going over. I knew I would. I had so much to say today, and I apologize. I tried to cut it down as much as I could. Today is October the 11th, 2020. The time that is left in this year till we reach 2021 is 81 days. Okay? 81 days. It can be converted to so many seconds, minutes, hours, 11 weeks, and 4 days. So we have 22.13% of 2020 remaining. What are you going to do with that? Whatever you do, I hope you'll choose, like me, to make the world a better place. I hope you'll choose, like me, to continue to improve myself, to see all those flaws that need to be subtracted, that are holding me back, anything that is keeping me from total healing, and whatever I need, I ask God to show that to me, and I'm going to dedicate every day, every moment for the remainder of this year. 6,998,400 seconds. I'm going to dedicate every one of them to being more aware, kinder, gentler, to have a brighter light, and to bring more love to everyone I meet. How about you? I'm going to use this time wisely. I hope you do too. Thank you for your time.